All right, good morning, everybody. Afternoon or evening, depending on where you're logging in from. This is a special update call for Up to Give. My name is Brandon Ivy, based out of Los Angeles, California. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up a gentleman that many of you have heard about, many of you might have been working with, but you may not fully understand, who he is. This is a gentleman that I've been working with for the past 2 years. He has extensive corporate experience and knowledge throughout his career. He has been tasked by our corporate, meaning Jerry Lopez and Mike Boggs and Sean Starr, to be head of communications and customer service for Up to Give. So everything that he says is compliant and coming directly from corporate. So there is no misunderstanding. He represents and speaks on corporate's behalf. He's been putting in a lot of work, more time than you guys even realize, to make sure that everyone is getting their needs met, that we're running smoothly, that there's communication between corporate and the field that's in place. It is a job that I do not want. So I'm thankful that we have this gentleman on board, and he's going to give us all the updates. So you want to make sure that you're taking very, very clear notes, because this is important. And then we're going to have a couple of people that's going to speak after that, one Clay and myself, and to share a little bit of more details on exactly what that means and what we should be doing between now and as we get to the next cycle for March 15th. So without further ado, I want to bring up Mr. Chris Hanks. Chris, are you there?
Yes, sir, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to come on and say thank you, Brandon. What a beautiful introduction. I couldn't ask for anyone else better to bring me on board. I appreciate you, brother. I've been working with you for quite some time. And, at the end of the day, we really get to know each other and each other's nuances and likes and dislikes. And we're able to work better together because we've become family. So I just want to carry that tradition through here at Up to Give. And, Brandon, the first thing that I really want to do is just thank everybody and congratulate everybody that's on this call right now. Congratulations, y'all. We have come so far. The Up to Give that you see today is definitely not the Up to Give that we had 9 weeks ago. And I would like to say that is in part all due to each and every single one of you all here today, because without you guys, we couldn't have developed, we couldn't have created, we couldn't have morphed what we have today into what you see. So thank you, each and every one. Congratulations. And I just can't wait to see what this group can really do for us. I mean, this stuff is getting crazy. When Brandon says I've been putting in a lot of hours, part of that is due to the fact that I just can't sleep at night. I mean, when you know the things that I get the privilege to know, sometimes, oh, look at the goosies. Sometimes it's hard to contain everything and you just want to run and get as much done as you possibly can. So with that being said, I have some very important announcements today. Very, very important announcements. They've all come from Jerry, Sean, and Mike and our dev team. And you're gonna see me reference my phone quite a bit during these updates. And the reason for that is because, as I'm giving the updates, there's still information coming in. So you guys are literally getting this stuff hot off the press. Okay, it's happening before your very eyes. And some of this stuff that you guys are going to be hearing today, we've been waiting for, we've asked for, and it's just a beautiful day. So welcome to March 1st. Welcome to the beginning of greatness for each and every one of us. First thing I want to talk about today is an update that, we've all been looking for. We've all been asking for. All right. And I'm looking at this, and I can't even believe I'm about to say these words. Okay. So everybody with bated breath, let's go with this together. Okay. Watch this. So this week, our disclosure tabs will go live. Our disclosure tabs at the bottom of our website are going to go live. What does that mean, Chris? Why is that such a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because we're going to be including such information, but not limited to, but including such information that you guys have been looking for, right? Like refund policies, partnership licenses, KYC and AML policies, enforcement, all of that stuff that we have been looking for, it's about to go live. Okay. Now, if you ask me, is it going to be live when we get off this call? I can't tell you that. Okay. I don't know. That's in the hands of our dev team. But what I do know is that we are going to go live with that information. And I'm being told that that will go through this week and it'll be at the bottom of our websites. So everybody can check there. And, you know, I recommend that we check our websites every day, both front and back, right? Just in case. That way we can be on top of everything and everybody can help police the things that we need to be policing on a daily basis, right? All right, so my second update today is huge, okay? And this is going to kind of enlighten everyone. Brandon, this is a huge one, and you know it is, and I'm going to pick on you in just a second, but this is huge. And for a lot of you who have been with companies before, for a lot of you who have seen companies rise, you're going to understand what this means. And for those of you who don't, let me just tell you that this is huge simply because it means that the company is being watched. Okay, so first and foremost, our Facebook group, our Facebook groups are going to consolidate. Okay, our Facebook groups are going to consolidate. What does that mean? It means we're going to go to one corporate Facebook page. Why? We need to control the message. Okay, we need to be able to control the message. We need to be able to get things out faster. We're going to have someone that's actually doing that for us. There will be very few admins on that page. Probably, myself and the person that'll be running it. Of course, Mike Boggs with, legal and compliance would definitely have to be an admin. These are the things that you're going to be seeing. Why are we doing this? We're doing this, and this is big. We're doing this because, right? We're doing this because our logo and our name have to be protected. Our logo and our name have to be protected. So if you have a Facebook page out there, that's great. That's fine. That's wonderful. You can have a team page, but just know this, if we come to you and ask you to pull the name off of the group, don't take it personally. Okay. It's because we're under some of the most stringent auditing that has ever taken place. Why? Because we're doing something no one else has ever done. Okay, so we're being looked at from everybody across the board. Everybody's watching us. Everybody's looking for us to trip or make a mistake. And so we're going to do everything we can as corporate, as a company, to make sure that we protect this for each and every one of you all for a long, long time to come. Okay, for a long time to come. So that's why we're doing this. All right. So we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be consolidating those Facebook groups. All right, everybody. So that is huge. That is beyond huge. And I just want to pause on that for just a second, because no one is exempt from this, right? No one is exempt from this. And my good buddy Brandon Ivy, one of the things I love about him the most is the ability to convey information. Most of the time, he conveys it in a way that he's not telling you everything, but he's giving you enough that you can make your own conclusion. You can draw your own conclusion. But just this very last week, we had to pull down a post from Brandon. And I just sent him a message and said, hey, bro, I had to pull that post. He didn't get mad. He didn't fly off the handle. He laughed and he said, okay, what did I do? And we talked about it, right? And, guys, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, because we don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt. We don't want anybody to feel like they're being picked on, right? But that just lets you know that when one of the biggest people in our company makes a post and it doesn't fly, it doesn't fly. We got to do something about it, right? And, who knows? I could do it. Not meaning to, but I could do it. So with that being said, we want to move on to the very next thing on our list. And that is SMS. How many of you all have ever had SMS? Probably all of us, right? Now, for most of us, we know that means a text message, all right? And Up to Give is fixing to install text messaging. Why would we do that? So we can communicate with each one of you guys faster, quicker, right? You might get a text message that says, hey, check your back office. You just got an important email. You could get one that says, hey, congratulations, you just leveled up. Way to go, right? We don't exactly have all the templates created as of yet for all the things that we want to do SMS wise, but we know that we want to do SMS, and we know that it's going to bring each one of you all closer to corporate, and it's going to keep you involved, right? And like Brandon said, after I give out these announcements, he's going to come back on and he's going to kind of, break this down into what it means for y'all and how you can put this into play. So I'm so thankful for that, Brandon. Thank you, by the way. All right, the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, this is really, really big. Okay, our reset that we just had. When was that, right? When was that? It's February 15th. Our reset has been so successful. And as many of you know, we had been talking about things like spillover and everybody being in a straight line and, being able to get through ground zero faster, easier, quicker, whatever you want, whatever description you want to use. And guess what? That worked. That worked so well. Bravo, dev team. Thank you, Mike Boggs, for working with them on that too. So, we've got some very talented people, and I want you guys to understand that things are happening here at Up to Give at lightning speed, really at lightning speed. And I know that when you're sitting on the other side of this computer screen or on the other side of this telephone, that sometimes you feel like it is taking forever for something to happen. And I get that. I've been in that seat. But I've also been in the seat that I'm in right now. And I can tell you this has been one of the smoothest, fastest, quickest builds I've ever seen or been honored to be part of. I'm so humbled to be part of this team and to be part of you guys. So what I want to tell you about that is this: because it was so successful, guess what? We're going to go linear. Yes, right. We're going to go linear, right? In the entire giving box. That's right. That's right. You're going to be not only ground zero, not only level one, not only level two, but our dev team is going to give you the entire organization on reset in linear form, all the way through level 6. That is huge, guys. And for those of you who saw how fast we went through ground zero, which is probably every single one of you on this call, you know how huge that's going to be. Okay. So, for the founders that have stuck with us, for the founders who have been with us through all of this, now is your time to shine. Now is your time to feel one of the perks, right, of being a founder. And you're probably going, okay, Chris, what are you talking about? Give me the information. Let me tell you. All right. This is huge. Are you writing this down? All founders that renewed for the current month and are renewed for the current month before the new month hits will be in the restructuring first. All founders will go in first, followed by the highest level achieved and the date and time stamp. Guys, girls, this is what you've all been waiting for. This is one of those things that just shakes the ground underneath you. My desk is literally shaking right now over that information, okay? It will no longer matter who you are referred by. We will all be helping each other unanimously. That is huge. That is so big. And I know Brandon is on the other end, and I know he is dancing on the other side, okay? And he's probably screaming and hooping and hollering because he is not, he wasn't in the loop on all of these updates, right? As I said, they're still coming across to me as we're talking. So we're going to try to do these for you guys. If you guys like these and you love these calls, we're going to try to do these guys for you guys regularly. Okay. All right. So we're going to work together. One team. That's huge. Doesn't matter where you came in or who your sponsor is. One team. So what is this going to look like? What else have we changed, right? From ground zero to level 6. And I said change. Why did I say change? Because this is one of the hugest enhancements we've had. And I wanted to accent the fact that this enhancement is really, really big. Now, for those of you who may be on here and maybe you got asked to come, by someone or whatever, at Up to Give, we don't use that word. That's a kind of an ugly word, right? We like the word enhanced because we always enhance things for the better of the field and the company. So what else did we do? I'll tell you. We've made level 1. Okay, remember how we did in ground zero and we took those 0.005 contributions. We cut that thing up like a pizza pie, right? We cut it into 8 slices. and everybody got an eighth. And we were able to affect 8 people as opposed to 1, all at the same time. And people loved that. People's causes were getting seen and getting contributed to. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So what did we do now? Well, we went to level 1 and we said, whoa, guess what we're going to do now? We're going to cut that 0.010 into 16. All right. So now we got 16 slices. Not only are we going to affect 1 person on level 1 when someone contributes, we're going to what? Affect 16. And in level 2, we're going to affect 32. And in level 3, we're going to affect another 32. Wow. For every contribution, guys, this is huge. In level 4, we're going to affect 64 folks. It just gets better and better. In level 5, another 64. And are you ready for level 6? I mean, I just got the goosebumps all over. I don't even know if I can stand it. In level 6, we are going to affect 512 people at one time. 512 people at one time. 512 causes are going to get a contribution. I got tears in my eyes because, you know, for those of you who have known me for a very long time, and for those of you who are just meeting me, you'll learn very quickly. I'm one of the most philanthropic guys you'll ever meet. Helping other people is what my core is all about. It's what I've always been about. It's what I've always talked about. It's what I will always talk about and what I will always want to do. So this contribution plan, man, I'm telling you, that fires me up. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go back over here and let me look and see, because I just got another text, guys. I just got another text. Let me see. Okay. All right. So this is big. This is big. I knew about part of it, but not all of it. So each and every one of you are really excited about our partnerships, right? We just keep, I mean, God bless Jerry and Mike and Sean for the people and the partnerships that they bring to the table through their connections, right? Through their own network of connections. And, you know, they are bringing some of the most phenomenal partnerships to the table for all of us to use. So because of those partnerships, we will start to enforce our KYC, our KYB, and our AML. This is going to be via software, okay? And you're going to be prompted to submit this information. When this happens, please prompt it as quickly as you can, all right? We want to keep ourselves in compliance. We want to keep our company as legal as we can be, right? So this is a really big thing. You know, when companies start having to track their organization, when they have to start tracking their members, right, and putting them in the face, you know, that says a lot for the company. It says it's growing. It says that it's moved forward. It says that you know, people could watch us. We could be audited. You know, this is a fact of life. This is what businesses go through. Okay, so that's awesome news. Okay, all right. So one of the ones that I already knew about, because I slipped that one in, it came in. Okay, so coming to a member near you very soon. Ha ha! Check this out. We have what's called a co-op, and a co-op that is designed to go out there and find people that are looking for what we have to offer. How cool is that? So we're now going to be able to offer help to our people to get their 2 personally sponsors. This is huge. It's awesome. It's awesome, because how many of us have built an organization? I'm going to raise my hand. How many of us have built an organization and we had some really great people? We had some really beautiful hearts. We had some really great leadership, but they didn't know how to step up to the bat, or they just were uncomfortable asking people to look at their business. We've all been there, right? And if we could have helped them, right, with people that are ready to go, with people that are understanding of what we have to offer, with people that are willing to take the things that we have on the table to offer and run with them, how much easier would it have been for us to develop those leaders in each and every one of those people that we loved and cared about in the past? That's really big, y'all. It's really, really big. I'm so happy to announce that I can't even stand it. I really can't. Okay. So then there's this other thing that everybody's been saying, uh, Chris, why can't we see ground zero? Why can't we see our organization? Everybody says it's this and this and this. Why can't we see it? Well, we can't see it because guess what? It's being developed. See, what we want to see was not in a box product. It wasn't pre-written. It wasn't in a fashion that our dev team or a corporate could just go and grab it and pull it over to us. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. So we've had to create that. Our dev team has been working around the clock, literally, to create that. And guess what? It is going to be a back office tab that's going to allow us to view very, very soon the company growth. Very, very soon. Okay. When I say very, very soon, I'm telling you these guys are pushing as hard as they can to get to the finish gate because they want this off their plate. They're tired of me asking for it. Okay. And I ask for it continuously for you guys because I know each and every one of you guys are looking for that. All right. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about in announcements is this. When we've had some people, there's been a little bit of confusion. We've had some of our members in our teams that have been getting a message, an email, or a message in their back office that says, please contribute X amount in order to contribute your full $32 monthly membership, right? Why is this happening? Well, I can tell you I've been on the line with Dev every day for the last week about this. We've been checking the system. We've been going through things. We've consolidated the issues. Oftentimes, it's just somebody misplaced a decimal, okay? Or someone added an extra zero. Or they misunderstood because if you guys remember last month we had an $18 promo. Last month we had an $18 promo that Jerry put in place for those folks that didn't have anybody in their team. Well, we didn't offer that promo this month, okay? But a lot of people, because they paid 18 last month, they just paid 18 this month. They didn't pay attention to the amount in the message. And so they paid the 18, and so they're being asked to make the difference. You know what? Here's what I'm going to say. This is what we call growing together. This is what we call learning together. It's okay, y'all. Don't get upset. If you made a payment and it wasn't enough, it's okay. Just make the difference. Okay. Each and every one of you have the opportunity to do that. You're not going to miss out on anything. But this is what I do want to say. And I know as good as I'm sitting right here in this chair, talking to you right now, that Brandon Ivy is going to get on here after me and he's going to say, okay, everybody, go get your members active so they can go get those founders so they can get into the system first at the reset, right? So I just want to stress that, if you're live, if you're a founder, your time is coming. Okay. Everything is getting better and better for each and every one of you guys. Brandon, it's been a pleasure to give these today. I can't even begin to explain to everybody how happy it makes me to come on and give the good news and see all of these great people on the call. And I'm floored at how much our teams, our organization shows up each and every time for us and gets on these calls to get this stuff fresh and to get it hot off the press. I don't have another thing. I am looking, you guys see, I'm looking just to make sure that Dev Team or Mike Boggs isn't sending me a message, but that is the end of my updates for today. So thank you guys for having me on here. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this. And most of all, thank you for letting me give you the good news. Have a great day, guys.
All right, Chris. Wow. There's a lot of updates there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm like called the corporate whisperer. I took some notes here because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I now know. And now that I have the handcuffs off, I can start running my mouth on this. So I'm gonna go through this from every single one of these is very, very important. I want to start with the disclosure tabs. One of the first things when I see a company and I'm going to get involved, I want to make sure that they're legal and that they're compliant. Are they doing all the steps to protect the company and the people in the company, or are they just in this for a money grab and a money game? And in the United States, is one of the most difficult countries on the planet to be as compliant as you can be dealing with the cryptocurrency, blockchain space, especially since we're adding with philanthropy and charity and the way our business model was set up. They have spared no expense and left no stone unturned to make sure that we are as compliant as can be. And at this point, from what you've seen with the additions of Success Training Institute and also Ooh La La and their pedigree and their background and their licenses, we are one of the most compliant companies, period, dealing with the crypto space and the direct selling type model here in the United States. And being able to have a disclosure tab that's able to show proof of that and not just somebody saying it is very important. You know, people say, show me the evidence. I don't care what you say. You know, I want to be able to see it. So that's very, very big news. Also, another step here, I don't think you guys fully understood when Chris talked about the auditing fact that the company actually has a money transmitter license, that it is legal to be doing this type of business in the United States, but it also has to follow the rules, which means the company has to be open for audits, has to report all of type of income or funds that's going through the system, which is another valid reason for us being compliant to do business. So it should make you guys feel comfortable and safe that when you go to sleep at night, when you wake up tomorrow morning, that the company is still going to be there, that the rug wasn't pulled from underneath you. So that's very, very big. Compliant, auditing, disclosure tabs that makes us have a strong foundation. The next is, let's talk about, this is all in one, with the power line, the co-op, the downline view, the community structure. One of the things, and I know Chris already set this up, because the one thing that I still want to see ASAP, very, very important for all of us, is to be able to view the ground zero, so you're able to see your organization, see how that community global line worked, that everybody that joined after you is in your network, that now every single person is helping to build towards you going to the next step, and we're all one community. That is a powerful feature visually. I was hoping that would have been done on February 15th, but hopefully we will have this way before March 15th, not only now for ground zero, but for levels 1 through 6. Now, here's the reasoning also behind this and what this does. Going one community line, now we don't look like or can be conceived as a MLM or those network marketing things. You got to build a matrix. It's just one line. Also, there's no such thing anymore as my team and your team. It is all one team, the entire company. So everybody is invested in everybody's success. It's not about the individual. I can go out there and sign up 70 people. That doesn't put me any better than someone that only signed up 2 or 3. The whole goal and point of this is to move people off of ground zero. Now, with the community line, you're now getting 16 contributions. Now, the numbers remain the same. You know, it's still 0.01 at the end of the day. But what we found is people love getting notifications that they just got paid, regardless of the amount. It's human nature. If you get 2 transactions worth of $50 or 16 transactions worth, or 2 transactions worth 100 or 16 transactions worth 100, which one do you take? People like that 16. They like hearing that cha-ching go off. My wife loves hearing that on my Bitcoin wallet when that starts going off. Oh, you just got paid. Oh, you just got paid. Oh, you just got paid. It keeps people excited that something's happening. So that was a huge, huge success. And also that everybody's a part of this with your contributions. We're helping more and more causes and not just 2 individuals. Now, going through levels 1 through 6 and the same thing happening. This is now where it was so important for those of you who got started at the beginning. You paid that $90-something to be a founding member back at the end of November and December. You were the first 2,000. Imagine when the company hits its first 100,000 members. And you are one of the first 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, and this is a community line. That means all of the rest are falling in your network. So I want to, let me pull my phone out here. I want to stress this again. When you're on ground zero and you are getting your 16 contributions for sharing it with 2 people, you also are going to get at least 2 contributions if you share it with nobody. Everybody was asking, and I think one of the biggest, as exciting as it was, one of the biggest things that if we can go back in hindsight and not do was tell people you were getting something for free. It's unfortunate because that's all people see. That's all they want. And they're not going to move a muscle until they get something for free. Well, we still wanted to keep that sense of model that you're not going to be left behind, because even common sense, we can't do 2 free contributions if there's nobody on level 6. That fact, went over people's heads. But now with the way this community line is, you can still receive 2 contributions fractional, even if you do not share with anybody. But when you get through levels 1 through 6, there is no, you're just getting something for nothing. You've got to be qualified. Qualification for the numbers to work. To move up to level 1, you've got to share it with 2 people. You have to share it with 2 people. So when you qualify fully for level 1, you're going to get, just like ground zero, 16 contributions, but it's going to be more than what you were going on ground zero, because remember, you're receiving more. Same with level 2. You're going to get 32 contributions on level 2. You're going to get 32 contributions on level 3, 64 on level 4, 64 on level 5, and 512 on level 6. That is huge. Your little ding box is just going to be going off every day. That leads me to another thing. And I didn't know how widespread this misunderstanding is. Someone asked me the other day, can I still, I haven't paid, can I still pay for ground zero even though the 24 hours is up? So you guys know when the system resets, it says you have 24 hours for ground zero, and then 24 hours for level 1, and then it goes through level 6, and then the clock will say, 15 or 20 days left until the next cycle. That time period is there, meaning that you have between that time period to solidify yourself and not get skipped by somebody below you that's moving faster than you. That's a safe zone. But after that, you can still contribute to ground zero if you missed it or if somebody signed up after. Ground zero never stops. Level 1 never stops. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it never stops. That is just a grace period when we reset that you have to maintain where you were the previous month before you get skipped. Which leads me to another thing, and this is personal choice. But in my opinion, the moment the system tells me that I can contribute to the next level, I'm contributing to it. We've learned something. There's 2 philosophies here from people, and some leaders are learning this the hard way. Some leaders say, well, I'm going to wait till I get all my contributions from the previous level, and then. You can do that. That's your prerogative. But there are people below you that may be moving faster than you. See, that feature is there designed to protect you, to make sure you have the ability to not get skipped by somebody who's putting in more work than you, so you can still benefit from it. So personally, the moment it says that I am available to contribute to the next level, I'm contributing. That's up to you to do. Just understand there's consequence if you don't. You risk the chance of somebody skipping you that could have gone towards you. So another thing as well is community line. Imagine getting into a position where you now have hundreds, if not thousands of people who are falling in your network that's part of your organization anywhere around the world, but you've got to be qualified. The point of everybody getting there too is so important. So you founder members that got started early, you are in a good position if you're still here. A lot of them have fell off, but if you're still here, this means something. So the way the system's going to work is founding members are going to go in first. Logically, they're going to go in first. But also, the founding members who reach the highest positions, level 4, are going to go in first, followed by everybody else after that. So between now and the March 15th is not the time to say, I'm not going to do anything until March 15th. Now is the time to get to as high a level as you possibly can so that you're entered into the system at that higher level before everybody else as a founding member, and then everybody else time-stamped after that. That's so important. You don't want to say, oh, I'm not going to do anything. No, you want to put in work. You want to do and run to the finish line, not wait. Another thing too as well that we want to address that I saw Chris briefly mentioned was the co-op. What does that mean? Well, the company is working on a marketing system, and that's all I can say, because if Chris didn't say it, they haven't given us permission to talk about that in detail. But part of that system is coming with a co-op system that is designed to help those that need help getting there too. I don't know the details on how it's going to work. All I know is that it's going to be available for everybody. So this is something I definitely will be using, and I can't even say anymore for my team because we're all in the same team. So this is going to go for everybody to help us do what? Get our two to move past ground zero. What is the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is we want to have as many people as possible contributing as much as possible. You're only going so far with contributing 0.005 on ground zero. But what if we have people that's 5,000, 10,000, 25,000 people contributing 0.25 every single month? One whole Bitcoin every single month, 12.5%. This no longer becomes a $50. I can't say that. It no longer becomes we're just working with $50. But now it looks like a high ticket. See, this is the point. We do not want people to be inhibited from being able to contribute as much as possible. We want to enable you to be able to do so, but you've got to put in the basic work. Share it with 2 people, and then watch how that power line takes over and propels you. Now, you still have the choice at level 2, 3, and 4 if you want to continue to contribute. But when you see that visualization of the power line and all of those individuals that's falling beneath you and you don't even know who they are or their names, one thing that always blew my mind was I had people in an organization that would call me upset that somebody fell on their level 2 or 3 and they didn't recognize them. I'm like, you should be thankful. That's a blessing. You didn't have to do anything for that. So, but people didn't really understand it, but you will when this rolls out. I understand this clearly. I'm very, very excited about it and the rollout of this. Now that I've got the cusp released from me, I'm going to be doing a lot of Facebook Lives and trainings, going over this the closer we get to the 15th. CEO Jerry Lopez told me yesterday that he's going to be doing a call on the 13th, right before we go live on the 15th for the new changeover. And I want to bring up at least 2 individuals to share a little bit. Dr. Alberto Alexander, if he can, and Calais Taylor. So first up I see is Calais. So Calais, I'm going to unmute you. And Calais, be mindful of the time to share for a couple of minutes what you're excited about. And then Dr. Alberto, if you can, just raise your hand. If not, I understand.
Good
right,
morning. Aloha. Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yes, yes. Right here. I hear you loud
Oh
and
my
clear.
gosh. Oh my gosh. First of all, everything that Chris said was amazing. Everything that you just recovered and summarized and help everybody to evaluate what has to happen right now. For those people who are founders, for new members, for existing members, it just makes sense to keep on moving forward. That's what it sounds like to me. And now we have a clearer vision than before. When we first got started, I had to like be a fly on the wall and get on the Zoom calls and practice what I preach, and did that. And thank you, Brandon, and Andreas did a great job as well. But we are pivoting and we are shifting and we are moving into a huge alignment of that community mindset and how can we help people, and this cause-driven project that we get to go. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. What if your own personal cause was your own debt? Wouldn't that help you in your house? I mean, wow. And the message is changing. And now you have a clearer perspective, a clearer vision. You have other leaders coming in, new leaders. I can't wait to recognize all the new people who are coming in. We've got one community. I would be putting everybody in our Facebook group, the Up to Give community, and then in the Telegram group. That is where you are going to get the content from corporate approved. It doesn't matter what all of your other leaders have said. It doesn't matter during the beta test if you were misinformed, misunderstood, whatever. Nobody's going to place any blame on anybody else. But all of the information is in your back office, in your dashboard of what we want you to pivot and look at. At some point, everything is we are going to be seeing is going to be a video. That is how we're going to train you. That is how we're going to keep you informed. And if you don't know the leadership group, you're going to see a lot of us pop on. I'm going to do the same thing as Brandon is doing. I'm going to do more Facebook Lives. I'm going to be giving away membership packages. Maybe I can convince the other leaders to do the same thing in our Facebook communities, where the biggest communities can be built right now. Is if you have a Facebook account, you want to invite all your friends, welcome them into the community, comment their names, or, for now, but everyone can get a free account. So when you're sharing your links with other people or your causes with other people, everyone can join for free, and they have 15 days to make some type of decisions. For me, if I were them, I would be going through everything like a fine-tooth comb. But the priority would be to go into your resources tab and watch all 3 videos first, make your contribution, and then figure out how to get to ground zero, which means all of you need to have Bitcoin. If you're new to Bitcoin, this leadership team is outstanding to help you get there. And I don't know about you, Brandon, and I don't know about you, Chris, but I've been on these company calls, and the information that I hear every time seems like this is just getting sweeter and sweeter, and it just feels right. And it's getting easier and easier to explain to people. And we're going to build to level 6. Do you know how many people can get to level 6? What is this? This is like so simple. If you are a builder and you go out and you help people already, some of us have put over 1,000 people in directly into other things or more. When you really see the big picture of how this is all functioning and working, and how the leadership is going to coach you and train you through your dashboard and your back office, the communities are for positive morale. The communities are for welcoming all of our new members. It's for making sure that they have the recordings that your leadership puts on, and they're there. No one needs to be in all these other groups. It doesn't matter what nationality you are, what language you have. Let's all be in the right communities, sharing the information that has been approved by compliance and corporate. Because only then will each of you guys get the clear message in the other languages. Brandon is doing an extremely excellent job guiding everybody through this. And Dr. Alberto, who you guys are going to hear about next, I just love and adore. I cannot wait to work and get on more and talk with everyone like this, open and transparently. Because you guys, there's a lot to learn in a short period of time. And there's a lot that you can do with the STI. And now what's happening with Ooh La La. And we're going to be able to show you how to spend your money successfully. And I don't know about you, but I really, 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 really find it very, 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 very important to have something that is compliant in the USA. I can build anywhere in the world, but it has to be operational in the USA. I've lived there. I have friends and family who live in the States. And this is something that can be legacy with the right language, with the right dialogue, without the income claims, without talking about it the way that you guys used to talk about it in network marketing. That since has yet passed. Blockchain, technology, you guys getting peer-to-peer contributions, understanding the system. It is worth the $32 to get in your back office, take your assessment test, and start improving your soft skills. I mean, these are accredited classes as well. That's huge, huge. And this is a global, everybody's learning the same thing, similar things. Wow. Wow. And then what's coming with the bank in Ooh La La, do you guys understand the magnitude of being able to just basically go to the site and get your Bitcoin if you don't have Bitcoin and have it in your wallet to pay for your membership? Oh my God. And everything is legally set up with your KYC, your KYB, whatever you put as your entity that's legal. The software is monitoring all of that for you. And all of your contributions that you're helping to other people around the world. Brandon, I don't know if I should say anymore now. All I know is level 6. There's lots of us who are shooting for that in March. It's March Madness. None of us are stopping. I know that I'm going out and talking to more people. Where I'm going out, I will go out and sponsor and figure out how to get in my back office, read the next person that needs to get in, go and send that link to the right person. Then I've got all the videos, Brandon, as you know, replication. The reason why I've been able to build big before is because I've always done videos for whatever things that I've done. And Brandon does the same thing. He gets it. Right, Brandon?
That's right.
That's right. So your leadership is comfortable getting on camera and speaking to people compliantly and showing you guys how, but not just that, recording our videos so they could be fully accessible to you in your dashboard. You don't have to be on Facebook. You can go log in. You can go check your email alerts. You can be a responsible person. But everything that he is saying, I don't know why anybody would not be getting off of ground zero right now and making your membership payment, whoever you are, making your contribution and going and sharing your cause with 2 other people. That should be your why. And LeBron's got great videos for that too in your back office too. How do I make my cause? I'm a little bit stuck, but I don't have my sponsor who's actively engaged. It's right there. It's all in the back office. How do I make my contribution successfully? Well, let's follow the person who is showing us a video with an arrow to click, 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 so that everybody who's joining can get it correctly, instead of you not knowing how to set up a Bitcoin wallet or you not knowing how to do it, walking through people through the steps. There's videos for all of this already in your back office. And we're going to keep on creating videos for you guys to have content to learn from, to get the processes, steps, and done correctly the first time. Because that's important, right, Brandon?
That's right.
if you want to, I don't even know what spillover is, but I'm going to create a network of people in this power line on every level. That's all I got to say, guys. The more of us at the top, the more winning. This can create so many lives changing virally because of what Jerry and Sean and Mike Boggs and the development team, your core leaders are doing. I'm going to move out of the way because I really love hearing and talking to Dr. Alberto. Brandon, thank you for the fine job that you do. Kathy, I love you, sister. And for all of our networking communities, you know what we're going to do. So follow the right cats, guys. Aloha.
Thank you, Calais. And for you guys don't know, Calais is part of the Core 7, and these people are working hard. Eduardo and Refugio, Andres Cartrude, and Dr. Alberto Alexander. I mean, Kathy Keene. They are putting in a lot of work behind the scenes to make this thing go. And I want to bring up one of those, Dr. Alberto Alexander. Oh, let me unmute him. I thought I did that. Is he still there? Yeah, there he is.
Brandon,
all right, Alberto, are you there?
Yes, I
can.
am.
Go right ahead, Sue.
Fantastic. First of all, wow. This is an amazing call. Calais, I want to thank you so much. You just gave them the breakdown of the GPS of what everyone needs here to get this done. Brandon, my brother, I thank you as well, because you broke it down for them. You cleared everything that was delivered here on these updates and explained to them what to do. And guys, I'm going to implore upon you to not miss the Zoom calls this week. I mean, Brandon's going to break it down further, and so is Andreas. We've got some amazing guys here and leaders that are going to explain everything to you. You'll be able to ask some questions along the way as well, and take advantage of what's going to happen between now and the 15th of March. And Chris Hanks, brother, I thank you for that powerful and amazing updates. And I'm going to share my feeling on it, because I have the privilege, as you do, as well as many of us in the core group, to be able to have some information before the rest of the members, because we're working on it to enhance this the best way possible. So guys, March 15th is coming upon us. Brandon pretty much put it very clear to each and every one of you, but I hope that you understand what this means. If you start plugging in right now and advancing in levels and putting people in, once the linear goes full blown on March 15th, you will be moving through your levels so much quicker than you ever have before. Not only that, as Brandon said, you'll be hearing that chi-ching, chi-ching, chi-ching. If many of you, like Brandon, I, and many others who have notification apps when we receive BTC or any crypto coming into our wallet, think about the conversation you'll be able to have when you're sitting down with someone, and all of a sudden there's that tone again. And there's that tone again. People say, what's that? Oh, that's nothing. Pay no attention to it. That's just a Bitcoin that I'm earning in my wallet. And it keeps going and going. And I said, you're earning all that Bitcoin? Yeah, don't pay any mind to that. That just happens every day. Think about what that means to be able to impact other people's lives and put them in the same position you are. We're in a great place right now. March 15th is going to blow it out the water for a lot of people and beyond. I am now taking it into turbocharge. Like Kalei said, she's doing Facebook Lives. And so is Brandon. You're going to see me much more visible on social media than I ever have before. There's so many tools that we have with the SMS coming on board. The marketing program that we really can't even go into full detail about is going to enable you to go all over social media and blast us the way you want to. The co-op program, as Brandon shared, is tremendous, tremendous, tremendous. Do not sleep on this, guys. This is the time, as Brandon said, even if you did not receive your contributions and you have the ability to, trust me, you are going to want to contribute to the next level. So when the reset starts on March 15th and we are in full blast linear mode, you're going to be moving like you've never moved before. You're going to get contributions like you've never moved before. It's a blessing for me, because I've been in philanthropy space and always working and doing things for others. And my father's belief that he instilled in me is always, doing well by doing good. And that's what this company is all about here at Up to Give. We are truly a social impact company that's making a difference in the world. It gives me pride to be able to say that's what I'm associated with. Yeah, we've been in other companies, other associations. I've done consulting work for several years in the industry. But to be in a company that's not thinking self first, this is huge. To be able to have that conversation with others and know that synergistically, I feel that I'm connected to each and every one of you, and each of us together, not independently, together are going to make a fantastic difference and an impact in so many people around the world and restore hope where they felt hopeless before. Thank you for the time. I look forward to the next updates coming on. And your call, Brandon and Andreas as well. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you all at level 6 and celebrate your success. Brandon, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dr. Alberto. And I'm going to close by saying this. I cannot implore enough that those of you that's been here with us from the beginning, finish what you started. This is a pre-launch that we've been in. This is a brand new company doing something that's never been done before. Nothing's going to work perfectly. I said it on December 1st. I 100% guarantee you that there's going to be glitches, updates, and changes that's going to be made. That you guys being here at the beginning means that not only are you having the benefit of being the first and sitting on top of everything, but you're also going to be the guinea pigs that have to go through all the trials and tribulations that any company does to get itself off the ground. And not everyone's going to make it. When I was a freshman at Morehouse College in our what we call orientation week, we go through things that we never share with the public. But one little thing that I will share is this. When we're in King's Chapel, they tell us to put your arms around your brother to your left and to your right. And we say certain things like, I am my brother's keeper and whatnot. But then they say something else. You look to your left and your right. That person probably is not going to be here when it comes time to graduate. And your journey as a Morehouse man begins on graduation day, not the next 4 years of you going through college. And at the end, the brother that's on stage with you, that finished with you, that's the person you know you can go to war with for the rest of your life. It's the same concept here. We have a lot of people that were very excited and got in for whatever reason they got in at the very beginning. But when the trials and tribulations hit, you got to shake the tree. Not everybody made it to this point. And the ones that are here, I know I can go to war with. I know that I can put my effort behind. I know that this individual went through the same trial that I did. We all went through the same exact thing. What's important to you is not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you and how you make adjustments to keep moving forward. So I'm happy to move forward with all of you, champions that are still here, because the best is yet to come with what Jerry, Sean Starr, Mike Boggs, the dev team, Chris Hanks have all put in the work to get us to this point, and we are still at 50% at least of what you're going to see what Up to Give is all about. But you have the opportunity to be the first, and nobody can ever take that away from you. And the only thing we ask you to do, is make your commitment, sign up, pay your $32, write your cause, contribute your 0.005, and share it with 2 people. That is it. That's all your job is to do. And then teach others how to do the same exact thing. And you will be rewarded tremendously. So with that, thank you guys for joining us. Keep an eye out on the schedule. The next presentation that I do will be on Thursday. I'm not sure Andreas, his schedule for this week, but pay attention to the Telegram groups and the Facebook groups on that. But I will be doing 2 presentations on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern as well. And I'm going to be showing the new slides as far as levels 1 through 6 as we get prepared for March 15th. And that is going to blow everybody away when you, like Dr. Alberto said, when you start going through those levels and how fast things are going to move, it's going to be mind-boggling. You know what? There is 2 other things that Chris was talking about as far as, I'll leave that for another time because he didn't get into it, major details for a reason. Anyways, with that, you guys have a great day. Welcome aboard. Let's go to work. Thank you, Chris. Brandon Ivy out. Bye-bye.